Hello, my friends, and welcome to the nest. I'm Kate, and it's a big project day. It's so big that there's no way that I can continue to sort of give you perspective. So I'm going to work on a part. I'm in the garden quilt. I've put it all together and I've made a video at the end that I'm going to really try and attach of it spread out because she's queen size, and now I'm at the point of filling in gaps and just finding where I have spaces. So we're going to do a little bit of different sort of stitching this afternoon. But before I go to that, I'm wondering how you are. The week is flying away and here we go again. I'm hoping that you're feeling cared for and well, because that's something special that's happened to me. I've told you recently that I was at the Green Door Studios on Saturday and had a lovely time because we've been on holidays, and sitting across from me was the beautiful Therese. And what I didn't know, I knew Therese did quilting for local people, and people send that to her. But what I didn't know is that she sold fabric. And I saw this in her, I think Therese, I hope I'm right, was in her needle book. And I just went, I was admiring her work. And I just looked at that fabric and I went, oh my gosh, I love that. And Therese said that she thought she had some still at home. So my goodness, Therese, thank you so much. And I said, I said, I literally love that fabric. So that's Therese. She's local to our Southern Highlands area. She has an eBay shop. But most of all, I just want to say, you know, the gift of giving is just twofold, isn't it? I will treasure that, and it's going to go on a project that I work on tonight. In fact, I was almost tempted to start cutting it up. I went, no, calm. All right. So here we go. I'm finding, that I've got an incredibly long thread here. I thought I was prepared for, I forgot to cut it. That I'm loving the juxtaposition of modern and old and embroideries, and it looks like a hot mess, and some of you will still think that, but in perspective it's starting to form. But I do have parts like this where I have gaps. So I have got my little pile of harvesting, and what I'm finding I'm doing is does that go there? No, it does not. But as I was just getting ready, I found this one that it's part of a bit of fabric that I oppie shopped and never looked at, and I'm using quite a little bit of it now. I'm just looking at these colours, and I suppose since I started this quilt, this might be episode 15 or something now. What has evolved is I still have my tablecloths, but I'm using fabric more than I ever did at the start. You know what I've done? Where are my pins? Because I've had to work outside on this. And in fact, I gave myself like a pajama day. Do you ever do that? Well, I just went, just do it, Kate. Just stay inside and do a stitch or 15, which is what I've been doing. So tonight I will go back and be able to work on something smaller. Okay, I haven't got my pin. Oh yeah, I do have a pin over here. I don't know whether that will stay, but I am liking this combination of apricot and pink and a little bit of mauve. But what I thought is, I have this bit of cross stitch unfinished that I've used in quite a bit of places because I love that ecru. Oh, and over here, way back, look, I started to do some cross stitch, and this is a flower, and of course it's a flower because I'm in the garden. You can see that. I don't even know how I'm going to get my hand under, so this may not work at all. I've started to do some chain around there. I'm going to have to just, I'm just going to start easy because this may not work at all. But how is easy, Kate? And this is wool, it might be too thick. Let me just go random. Because all the time I put into this now has to have purpose. I chose this apricot-y thread, which I actually don't like. Oh, do I don't like that. So that's going to be one of the rare times where I unpick that thing. Let's go somewhere else where we can have more of an impact and use this apricot. I've got this gap up here with Crinoline Lady. Do you know what? I'm just going to put this in because you know what has come to me. I just told you I have to have purpose. If it looks like it fits, it's going to have to fit. I just was able to show my husband this piece on the bed and he was quite blown away. I think he was, I put it on our bed. I think he was admiring it, but half was wondering, oh my gosh, am I going to have to sleep under this? But I told him that is not the intention. So I'm just going to prune this around here. Because even though that's not original, I don't want to lose any. See, I'm admiring everybody else's cross stitch. This cross stitch up there. Well, maybe freelance would be better for me to practice. So my son, some of you will know, is flying and he's 36 hours away now and he's still got 3 more to go before he lands in Germany. So I have been, yeah, I shared it because we're amongst friends here. I've been a little, what do you call it? Not out of sorts, but just a bit funny since he left yesterday morning. And I was the one who was his chief cheerleader. But maybe it's like, I said to my husband, maybe I'm going through empty nest syndrome all over again, which won't be fun. you know, and he's been away for many years before he just came home. So anyway, enough about that. But yeah, so I'm a bit unsettled. Maybe it's a realization. Oh, I don't know whether you can see this. I want to put a little bit of have I got any? But you know what I was going to say, a little bit of stuffing in there, because I'm gathering it as I go, and it will stand out like a little bouquet. So I might just leave that open. Yep. And then let's skim along here. Yeah, so it was a very exciting moment when I actually put this together. And since I've seen it together, I've been more inspired. But I did last night's stitchy session, and as I said today, and that's enough for me. I have to do something different. So look at that. I started over there, and maybe this is how Kate's mind works. She'll give it another shot, maybe, but we might just do some running stitches to fill in this bit here to add texture. I have to say, it's so nice to talk to you. I worked this morning, and that was with my American colleagues, and those of you who are in the, well, wherever we are, the weather is always a talking point, but it was crazy. My friend in Kansas was saying that she had snow outside the door. You know, unbelievable. Apparently it's, oh, Kate, you'll know this. Apparently there's snow on the beach in Florida. And my other colleague who is in Minneapolis said she had bought new skis for this season and has only had a little light spattering. So there we are. And it's back to cold here today as well. So I have decided we don't worry. We just accept whatever comes and grateful. And as I said, I'm grateful I can talk to you. Because maybe that's it. After talking all day to my son, I'm feeling that gap. Now see what happens. I'm an emotional stitcher. Maybe that's a new term. As I was talking, then my stitches went so erratic. But they will be only 1/1000th of the stitches, and that's why I've got the stitches of the people before me who did these beautiful embroideries. I'll just fill this little spot up. Again, I gave myself the giggles because I thought this can be one of my projects that whenever I'm tidying up or going past wherever it ends up living, I can go, oh, let's put, see, I like those crosses. I think I'm better at those than this. So I wonder if we could do something really bold in here. Shall we go wild? Maybe not quite. This one. It's got pink and, yeah, purple and orange. So there's just another example of Kate trying to plan. Okay, look at Crinoline Lady up there in her beautiful garden. I've got to find, okay, this is another thing I've got to do. I've got to find a key piece for up the top there, because the visual will come down to her. We've got this purple line coming down, and see, this is what happens to me. I lose. I was going to go in there, but instead I found this patch over here. I think if I do a flower, it'll make me feel better. We just have to follow our hearts. This is pretty wool. I think it's better not stitch that. No, I haven't. Sorry, you won't be able to see. Little woolly. I've ended up with 6 spokes. Look at those little bits there. Here we are, that will make it better. Another huge one. It's literally stab in the dark. Most unorthodox flowers. Oh. But they're filling in the gap, and I like that blend of colours. Okay, we'll do a third one over here. I've really got to start thinking about the backing of this quilt, and then the actual quilting, and then the dingle-dangles. My husband said, "What do you mean by dingle-dangles?" So I showed him this corner here, where we have, that's a dingle-dangle. So I've got to make more of those. And other treasures that I've collected for it. There we go. Three-star. Oh. I'm happy with that. See, I sort of just had to get started. Okay, now look, this is a piece I did before. This bit I'm going to take that bit of crochet off. Where else could we? This section over here. Oh my gosh. My hands will look like giants, I think. Hang on, I'll just try and flatten this out. Everything will probably fall on the floor, but I'll get there. We need some attention over here. Oh, hello, birdie. What is happening? Which flower wins? I don't think I really want that one there. Now I'm here, I'm diving for supplies. All right, maybe we could highlight that beautiful little bird. Oh no, first of all, I'm going to chop this. You're probably saying, why? Too much green leaf for me there. Goodness me. Oh. I have to say thank you for your comments. I was just about to say I've just read one from a lady who would like to see my face and to see me giggle. That is very, very cute. Can I just say, you're not missing anything by not seeing my face and me giggle. I'm an accidental person on here, and I feel embarrassed enough to show my hands, really. Oh my gosh. But at least my hands are in these pretty places that I hope brings you joy. Okay, let's give this little birdie a frame. So this is a cotton. Who knows where I got it from? Haven't used it much. But really obvious, wonky stitches will stand out on this beautiful tablecloth. This one is probably one of my favorites. Well, they're all favorites, but look at that gorgeous work. And these daisies. And little beautiful buds. So I can't put big pieces. I have to, not sure what I'm going to do. Maybe seed stitch, but that's an awful lot of seed stitch. But as you just saw, I'm better not to plan, because I plan something and then I can't do it. So this is feeling right. Birdie, I might put a bigger eye, like a button eye. Oh, I could go into my treasures. Okay, at least I can go behind here. Now, I don't know about you, but see, I just looked up then and I got a glimpse of that little piece, my long pinny, and this little bag that I bought at the airport coming home. And behind it is my book. And I just thought, this is where I'm meant to be. I feel way happier looking at these beautiful things. Okay, what else will we keep doing? Let's do some. Now, the whole show will be over if I... Christy gave me this beautiful... Christy from Sobits. And she said that she'd woven it herself. So I did that as a test to see whether I could thread it. Put them there. Because I was just looking at these beautiful little flowers down here. And see if we could, oh gosh, I should have really knotted that from the back. These are going to be giant stitches, but I think it's pretty. What should I have done? Oh no, that's all right. I'm coming around here. Isn't that the most glorious colour? I'm forgetting to do back stitch. That's what I'm doing. Because I'm right to the edge. It's a bit hard to see, isn't it? I've gone over the edge. Oh, well, let's go over the edge again. That's probably easier. Wouldn't this be lovely for some canvas stitching? Okay, now we'll go back up here. Oh, an experiment. Gosh, that's a bit scary. Oh dear, Kate. I don't think so. That doesn't work. See what I mean? Some days everything just, not everything, but I feel in the flow much more. I'll have to have myself sorted out by the weekend. Okay, so please ignore those stitches over there because we will fix them. you can look at those beautiful, look at those beautiful flowers over there while I try and make my dainty little flower dainty again. But the yarn is fantastic. So, Clever Christie. I think I'm going to go fast, which is probably not what slow stitching is meant to be, because I want to get round and fix that. I've left out a petal, but we can go back across. And I love to put some of this thread down there a bit further. Pull your end up, Kate. There we go. Okay, let's go over here. Now, what would be the simplest way? I put little stitches between them, maybe. Breaking out in a sweat because I get embarrassed. The problem was I should have, see, it's because that went over the edge. I'm inventing a new sort of flower anyway. Look, it'll be distinctive if nothing else. Right, let's go fill in this gap. I'm not quitting. Background here. You'll have the most the door just opened. I think my husband was trying to work out whether I was filming or not. He probably wants to mow. Okay, that's not too bad actually. And it's come up puffy. I like it. All right, so let's come down here. And, well, we could do a dot, couldn't we? Not a dot, a French knot to start with. Oh, yes. Then, what about up here? Oh, see, this is ending up being fun, all because of this beautiful yarn. And then, might be too, look, there's no right or wrong, Kate. I was going to say it might be too dark, but it can be just a background flower. We will probably go up this way. I'm doing all the experimenting for you. And many of you will be experts. Reinventing nature. Oh. But in the garden, it can happen. Do a big stitch there. And down. Sort of coloured in the background behind it. In we go. Pull through. I don't know if you can even see that. All right. Do you know, I think that might be nearly enough on a day like this, where it's not straightforward, because I'm going to put a little video on the back. But just to finish us off here, I'm just going to go across. So this is my bottom corner all puffed up, across and joined. It keeps going and going and going, and that's the bottom corner with a tapestry, etc. So crinoline lady and my pair of scissors. Where is she? She's at the top right corner. Here's some bits that I need to work on, and just thank you for being with me. I know it's been a big project. We're getting close, and I love being able to just, it's helped me by talking to you right now. So until next time, this is Kate in the Nest. Bye.